Working?
Alright, it's working. Aye, it's working. Alright, finally. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright, everything over. Just make sure. Oh, damn. Okay. Hmm. Oh, there we go. Huh? This still works. Probably gonna have to lower this a bit so it's not peaking. Okay. Now. Game to play. Oh, fuck it, I'll play that. Alright. Just gonna continue the game that I already have going. Alright. Oh shit! Yeah, I just picked one of those, I went on... What was the site? Fuck, what was it? It was that site where you can just fucking, like, they have those pre-made ones, and you can buy them for, like, fairly cheap. I just went on that. I found one that looked interesting. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Man, I'm surprised you fucking came in so fast. I didn't even realize anyone was in here. Well, you see, not everyone has artistic skill. And I spent an ungodly amount of time getting this shit to work. Wait, really? I only just started like a little bit ago. Fucking, how long was it? Oh, yeah, it's been like 5 minutes. It's still 5 minutes. Well, glad you're here, I guess. Yeah, I'm essentially just going to be playing a game I've been playing for a bit. Oh yeah. It's been a while since we've talked in the first place. How's life been? Yeah. Yeah, I feel that at least. Oh, I got a hamster, by the way. Yeah. Meanwhile, oh yeah. Give me a second, I'll show you a fucking picture. Okay. I'll show you a picture. His name is Igor. He actually unironically looks like the hamster that's on this model's head, which is another big reason why I use this model. There you go. File. Gallery. Camera. I'll send you as many pictures as I humanly can. Which, to be fair, I think is only 10. Is that Tony Soprano? Lovely. Lovely. Like I said, his name is Igor. He is very small. But does he not look like the little hamster like on this model's head? Exactly. I was like, fuck, I gotta do that now. It's like I gotta have this one. It was either this one or there was one that it was like just a small little cat girl. And I was like, that would also be fucking hilarious. Just my voice coming out of that. Instead, you get zombie girl Andrew. No joke though, this getting this shit to work on Linux was hard. It was not fun. And I don't regret it one bit. Like, don't get me wrong. That 1% of time where it doesn't work and you have to go on, like, a fucking research spree sucks. But I don't regret it. Yeah, you're kind of stuck with GIMP, from my understanding. I'm not going to lie. The 1% of times where Linux doesn't work does make me want to go back to Windows every now and then. Like I said, 99% of the time, everything works fine. And then you just run into hiccups, like trying to get this VTuber model to work, because Proton doesn't recognize webcams at all. I had to get another fucking application to act as like a phone, because the phone's connecting the phone to the studio works perfect. It works flawlessly, but it also overheats the fuck out of my phone and drains the battery so fast. So I had to find another application that acts as like a gateway between the camera and studio through Proton to get it to fucking work. I spent like 3 hours trying to figure this shit out. Bleh. Does it not work natively? I swear I've screen shared off Linux before. Are you sure? Huh. Yeah, it's Unabute. Uben. I always say Unabute. It is Ubuntu. 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 Yeah. And I use Pop! OS as well. You're the one who showed me how to get it installed. It is nice. The fuck did I just read from you? Hold the fuck up. What? I was not ready for that. Why is your neat girl cock crying? What the fuck is the beverage? Hasn't... Where's all the sake? It is. It also just takes up so much storage for no fucking reason whatsoever. Sake. I do not know. Yeah, sadly I am using NVIDIA. Isn't that like the equivalent of like a 4080? Nice. Alright, something happened to it. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That ain't bad. Like, at all. Right now, I just got a 4060. 4060. Thanks, tubes. None of these are holding ice. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I have an idea. Fuck. Give me a second. Yeah, that the fact that you survived with the 2060 for that long, I'm surprised you were able to run anything. Also, look at my beautiful town. It took me so long to fucking make. It's like a... It's the Japanese counterpart to Medieval Dynasty. So, you start with nothing and just build an entire village. And here, you can build multiple villages. I think Medieval Dynasty, you just have the one. But yeah, you build a village, take care of all their needs, yada yada yada. You have to, like, craft everything. Sometimes you get raided. Like, this, again, this took me a while. Because, made a kitchen, food stores, there's all my farms right here. And then each of these houses can hold, like, 4 people. But you don't get this kind of house until later. Then I have, like, a whole, like, industrial zone. Built some giant-ass walls. 2 watchtowers. Oh, I'm not even a Japanese lord. I am a fucking peasant. We are building the peasant kingdom. Oh, I definitely can. Like, weave around. I didn't exactly build this area with a lot of rhyme or reason, so I get lost. But if I go into clothing, there's like lord clothing and whatnot. And then I can build several villages, which I can use to sell shit and then get money from it. You have to collect all the resources, which takes forever. But look, they're living in luxury. Very much, yes. It is exactly that. I have spent hours where like I'm like trying to go to bed and I'm like, oh, I'll play for another hour and go to bed, and then like 3 hours pass. It is very much that kind of game. I also got a game that'll stomp on your balls. You want to see that game? OSRS. What is that? Okay. Save. Also, how do you like my my background? It's beautiful, isn't it? Oh, old school RuneScape. I haven't played RuneScape. Nice. Where is it? Oh, here we go. The game's called Conquest of Elysium 5. This game is difficult. There's a lot of bullshit mechanics. Yeah, I'm gonna keep Jester. I'm not good at this game. No, it's more. It is a civilization builder kind of. It's more akin to Civ. So you take territory, you expand. The territory you take gives resources, but everything's like an auto battler. You build armies, but you don't actually like control the armies. It's an auto battler. Like, you'll see. The graphics are very bare bones, but... I do have a mod to make the necromancers waifus. Alright, so transfer units. Take all these two. My guy, it ain't my problem that you have erectile dysfunction. Special power. Units. Wait, don't you? I thought you didn't want your penis. Aren't you like trans? Oh, fuck. Didn't mean to, leave them behind. Weak. You're not allowed to have a penis. I'm taking away your penis privilege. I thought your fucking gawk was falling apart. Thought it wasn't working, huh? What happened to that? I did nothing. Actually, I'm looking at this and I just realized the irony of the model I'm playing and the faction I'm playing. It was not intentional. Just gonna kick you out of here for a second. Gonna raise the dead. How do you like the ear rape? Gonna be a war. I believe that. But yeah, so I control nothing here. It's all automated. Also, one thing you want to be careful with when you're a necromancer, don't let your main necromancer raise the dead. Ever. If you do, you will have... So, you see this red bar right here? Well, no. It's because you're... raising the dead causes insanity. And, when your insanity goes not even that high up, just a little, sometimes they'll just go insane and refuse to do anything for turns at a time. Insanity 5. It's only Insanity 5. There's no way to regenerate it unless you become like a vampire or undead or some shit. So they'll just refuse to do anything. Luckily, it only lasted a turn, but it gets really annoying. That sounds like my, the campaign I'm running. I am the monkey slaughter. But yeah, I'm running a, not a D&D campaign. It's a old school type of rule set. It's called Knave. It's very bare bones, but... The fuck are you talking about? Special power. Gonna blight the land. The land shall be blighted. Oh yeah, the sound design in this game is on point. But yeah, I'm running a Knave campaign. It's a bare bones set of rules, but so easy to modify. One of my players died 3 times in the first session. It was crazy. Yeah, so one of the times was completely his fault, but 2 of them were shit luck. So it's a very lethal campaign, but it's a lethal system, and I'm already doing a lethal campaign. So what happens is, literally first floor of the dungeon. I think you would get along well with this guy. I think you would get along very well with this guy. But anyways, as I was saying, fucking first floor of the dungeon, the first room. And what happened was fucking they start trying to loot the skeletons that were there. And they failed to check to see if they were alive or not. So, the skeleton got a surprise attack, immediately killed the guy's dwarf character in like 1 hit. And then, the rest of them fought off the skeletons. There's only 2 skeletons, by the way. But the rest of them fought off the other two skeletons, and then the entire time, he was making his next character, like as everyone's fighting, and you know, he managed to get done a bit early, so I had him join in at like the end of the fight, and then later on they're exploring shit. Oh, by the way, the next character he makes is an orc weeaboo. He rolled up like the randomization chart for his description, and it was a fat orc with like beautiful skin, and he was like, I'm going to make this an orc who thinks he's an elf, and he's also a cannibal. Yeah, he was also a cannibal and ate the dwarf, like the corpse of said dwarf. And god damn it. Anyways, so they're exploring. They find this little like giant rat tunnel, and they go in. There's a bunch of mutated rats, and I gave him an out. I was like, they won't follow you outside the rat tunnel. What do you think the motherfucker does as everyone runs away? He fucking suicide charges the rats. Yeah, he went into the rats and died by millions of rats. So that was the second character. Didn't last even an hour in real time. He lasted fucking like... The next character lasted only like 10 minutes. And then he made a third character that came in later on. He lasted a while, not in terms of combat. He only lasted one round of combat, but he lasted to roleplay it for a little bit at least. So they're roleplaying, you know, they go on. They get to an abandoned forge. There's skeletons there. You know the drill. But they weren't going to attack unless they tried to open the chest, which they did. And so they attacked. They used ranged weapons unlike the other ones, but they also had melee. And for some reason, one of the skeletons in specific, I kept rolling the max damage every time he used a bow. And he one-shotted his third character in the first round of combat. So he ended up making a fourth character during the combat who came out of the chest. It was so dumb. Everyone had fun at least. Well, here's the thing. This system is very lethal, so you only have like 1d8 health. And most of the weapons had like either 1d6 or 1d8 damage. So the average health was like 6. Oh, decaying. Lovely. Yeah, it's a very lethal. Very lethal game. I need to reduce the decibels. It's a very lethal game though. It's fun. Highly recommend it. If you can find people to play, that is. Okay, neither of them can. Okay. Okay. Animals. Oh yeah. Again though, very fun. What's up with you and hands? Because remember when you collapsed the nitroglycerin in that one campaign? You remember that time when you collapsed nitroglycerin? Because my fucking paladin came by and repaired your hand through holy magic. You barely came out. You were still missing a hand. Again, what's up with you and hands, man? Why are you constantly losing your hands? Explain. Oh, I don't know. I thought it was just you, me, and one other guy. I legit don't know who you're talking about, to be honest. Oh. Did they go by something else? That's right, you did. Why is the whole old group trans? What did I do to you all? Motherfucker, what did I do to you guys? I did! Somehow! Some way! I revived undead monkeys. The fuck is a Randall grave? Huh. Yeah, no idea. No idea how. I am a magic man. That is what how. I got that fucking weird voodoo magic. Where is there any mines? Oh, that was rough. No, main guy. Keys. Maybe some have weapons and some don't. Isn't it like fucking 9 for you? Why are you only just now eating? Oh, it's 10. Oh, even better. Why are you only just now eating? Did it? That's what they all say. That's what they all say. Don't you have like ADHD or something? Where to go? But you haven't been diagnosed? I thought you did. God damn it, where is there a fucking mine? There's mountains here, where's no mines? Ha! He'll grow out of it. This is just a phase. How do you like my zombie gear? Yeah, I very much believe that you are autistic. Honestly, it really won't do much for you. You're too high functioning for anything. Yeah, it really wouldn't. Again, where's the fucking mine? I need iron. Yeah. You do have that sonic autism. I got the Warhammertism. God, no. Don't do it. Don't do it. Need not suffer the heretic. Don't. You'll regret it. It's a horrible idea. Dear God. I mean, it looks like a grown-ass man dressed up as Sonic. I've watched the entire documentary. The Geno Samuel 2.0. Well, yeah. Dude was doing a lot of stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that too. He was, he wanted to go back. Okay, see the shit? See the... Insanity 3. It's only Insanity 3. Yet, I can't move because they went insane. Fucking annoying. I like this game, but this game can be very annoying. Oh shit, I have beer. Completely forgot. Doth holdeth on 1 second to... Alright, I gotta fucking find some... I'm gonna find the dumbest fucking... I'm going to find the dumbest fucking thing. Put like a filter on it. Behold. How do you like it? It's beautiful. It's beautiful, isn't it? I know. Anywho, I will be back. Alright, I'm back. I have returned.
Oh yeah, that's right. Discord.
Oh, damn.
Goddamn,
There's a lot of messages on Discord that didn't show up on my phone.
Bleh. Alright.
So, I'm just gonna fucking open up YouTube. You wanna watch anything? I gotta set it up on my OBS anyways.
ever heard of
Yeah, I fucking clicked on the wrong thing. You know what? Papa Meat's always a good, reliable one.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Coming in sundown because today we're going to talk about RuneScape. We all have specific games that hold a special place in our hearts, right? I mean, for me, it's basically just Magic the Gathering and League of Legends. And I really, they both make me very sad. I don't know if I want to include this, but if you went back and looked at my search history of things I've said during League, yeah, it probably wouldn't be good. I guess that's special. I feel like I like the idea of games more than actually playing them. I like Silent Hill, but I don't really ever like actually playing Silent Hill. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense to people, but that's how I feel. But for many people, they spend their formative years playing one of the most popular MMOs of all time, RuneScape. This game has stood the test of time, evolving over the years to develop its own unique community and culture. And today, thousands of people still play the game consistently. It's one of the pioneers of the free-to-play MMORPG genre and has inspired many games that came after it. At a time where new games come and go like clockwork, it's fascinating to see how this relic can still be talked about frequently in the gaming space. And it's because of this that I want to take a deep look into the game and see why are people so obsessed with it. My first exposure over to RuneScape was I was in my friend's basement, very dirty, and his friend. I didn't have internet growing up, so I would get like little spurts of things, and this is one of the spurts of things where they were arguing over who would log into their account, and they were like kind of having a measuring contest on like armor, and I think one of my buddies had like dragon armor, which I think at the time was like, it was a pretty big deal. But then I was like looking at the game like, whoa, this is insane. I just like that I could right click somebody and then I could follow them, and then I could type stuff just like, you're gay, and it would pop, the little text bubble would pop up. I was like, that's about as far as I got. I had to kill the rats at the beginning, but that's about it.
I think the rats killed me.
I didn't understand there's a whole hierarchy of an ecosystem and a financial aspect with gold and trading and markets and stuff. Going into the market on a busy day was like having a panic attack. There were so many like text bubbles popping up. I could barely take it. It was too much for my fragile, tiny mind. Let's take a look at how this game came to be. Because in 1998, Andrew and Gower Paul, two brothers from the University of Cambridge, developed a browser-based MMORPG named Devious Mud, or Multi-User Dungeon. It was a bare-bones isometric game written in Java that would slowly morph into the game we know as RuneScape. RuneScape, now developed under the company name Jagex? Jagex? Jagex. Jagex. It's like a racial slur, doesn't it? Jagex was released in 2001 to an overwhelming response. It anticipated a player cap of 2,000 slots to be more than enough, and ended up struggling to find server space to fit all the players that rushed to register.
What'd you say? I would love to see that turned into a movie.
Register. They worked around the clock, updating the game to add new content and fix issues that would arise with the non-stop stream of new incoming players. And during the early 2000s .com bubble, many internet-based companies soared in value because of the belief that these internet companies would be the future. And they were right, to an extent. I'll put all my money in Enron. Well, eventually, the bubble burst, leading to the intense budget cuts that resulted in RuneScape's website ads being cut down dramatically. This, on top of rising server costs, meant RuneScape was on the verge of shutting down completely. To combat this, they eventually introduced paid memberships too, leading to a whopping 5,000 people joining within the first few days of its launch, a move that ended up saving them. The game would still be free, but paid members got access to new exclusive future content. You think that they were like in those early days when it was like the Wild West, do you think they were ever like, you can f this game?
Oh yeah.
If you pay for it, you can have sex in this game.
I bet you like that's like what you'd hear at school. Yeah, you know, if you pay the $5 membership, you can
I paid $5.
Fucking
You're a dwarf.
my water went out while I was showering today after work, and I had conditioner in my head and still in my hair when the water went out. So I had to use a fucking gallon jug of just water to just wash my hair, and it still feels gross. I need to go back and shower at some point.
I got a finger
I
a
know,
lizard
right?
person with my dragon armor. The next big major update was in 2003 with the release of RuneScape 2, featuring a graphical overhaul and brand new mechanics that greatly enhanced this experience. RuneScape 3 released in 2013, along old school RuneScape, a separate version of the game that resembled the 2007 version of RuneScape 2. Are you following along? Hello? This was a time where the game seemed to be at its peak, as well as being the version with a combat system most players preferred. Old school RuneScape, or OSRS, is into the most popular version of the game today. So that's where we're at. That's if you didn't know what RuneScape was, and if you still don't know, I don't know what I'm supposed to tell you. One of the most iconic things about RuneScape is undoubtedly the existence and mechanics behind the wilderness.
Look at those graphics, man. I remember playing this and
I was like, oh my god, this is amazing. I feel like honestly that's what the charm of it is. That it's like an aesthetic choice. If it was all realistic like Guild Wars, who still plays Guild Wars? There's gonna be some asshole. In RuneScape, there's a portion of the map dedicated to unrestricted PvP.
Do you go into the wilderness when you play old school RuneScape?
Content between players. People who traverse this area to fight bosses and collect valuable drops can be obstructed by players, which is, you know, meaning that players can come over and kill you, and you know, which can be incredibly frustrating to many as you lose most of your items upon death. Yeah. Okay.
World of Warcraft don't do that.
World of Warcraft doesn't do that. Blizzard's too scared. While some think wilderness
Really? I don't even know what Guild Wars is. I just know it's an MMO. Is it really that much of a hot topic? Oh, speaking of MMOs, we need to play Final Fantasy 14 again. Yeah, it's been a hot minute for me too. See, I could never get into the Old Republic. Knights of the Old Republic I can get into. KOTOR, but not really SWTOR. SWTOR. Tor.
This PvP is insufferable. Others find that this constant stress that this Wild West environment brings to the game is what makes it so unique and exciting.
It sounds fun. It's just never really got into it. Never been a huge Star Wars lore fan. I like the movies. I like most of the games. That's about it. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, I remember you kept trying to get me to play Jedi Knights Academy. And it was fun until you tried to get me into one of those RP servers, and it was like, man, these guys are just assholes. It was fun as shit, but those RP servers were just like, holy shit, guys, chill. Yeah, no, they 100% took it way too serious. Like, I just wanted to play a Sith, and they were like, actually. Sith weren't a thing at the time. And I'm like, cool. Then what's the equivalent? And they just refused to tell me. Yeah, no, those guys were assholes. I don't understand why you were trying so hard to join them. Yeah, no, Sith were a thing in the old Republic. Oh goddamn, fuck. Beer and sandwiches, burps. See, you got into the Star Wars roleplay community. I got into the anime roleplay community. We aren't the same. Okay, you weren't trying to get in with them, but like you stuck with them, is the thing. Yeah, you try to get me in, and then they were immediately like, no, fuck this guy. He doesn't know Star Wars lore. It's crazy how serious they were about it. Weren't most of them like adults too? And the thing is, this wasn't even like a large scale, like a D&D campaign or something. This was literally just a bunch of guys role playing in Jedi Knights Academy. Exactly. Well, no shit. They were all anal about everything. That would be fucking hilarious. You kept with them, and then you became one of those guys.
It's like Escape from Tarkov. It's like when I play, it matters. When I traverse the wilderness, it matters. Player killing, or PKers, are people who seek out players to kill in the wilderness for items, money, or simply for sport. There's a whole community around the idea of PKing, with some people going to elaborate lengths to fool people into entering the wilderness only to be killed immediately. Those are sociopaths. If you're, even in a digital world, if you are going and making time to like lure someone in somewhere to kill them, that's like...
Like, don't get me wrong. I do not like the new Star Wars movies, but people didn't like it for the wrong reasons sometimes.
It's like it's the same as basically being like, my son's killing cats. It's like a new age Jeffrey Dahmer. One man furiously explains how he had weeks of progress destroyed due to the constant abuse from gangs of PKers, which is exactly the kind of post PKers want to see. He is feeding them. PKers have become so infuriating to players that they would have to start searching for protection rackets, where high-level players would be paid to follow them in game and protect them while they went around about their business. How cool is that, though? That kind of turns, that's like a legitimate like fantasy story.
Yeah, like hiring like a Kingsguard or something. Yeah.
The Wilderness Guardians, one of the most well...
To be fair, I'd be scared of purple hairs too. Like, it is the stereotype, for sure. And those people do exist. I was more talking about when they just hated, like, Flynn or Finn, whatever his name is, for just being black. Which is crazy because Lando was in the original. Yeah, it just straight up sucked. Like, none of the new Star Wars were good. Yeah, Mace Windu too. To be fair, Denzel Washington is like the greatest fucking... He's great. He's a great actor. Samuel Jackson. Wait, fuck, who's Denzel? Oh, fuck. I did a racism. Why do they gotta have the same two last... Why do they gotta have the same two last letters of both their first and last name? Well, fuck. I gotta delete the stream. I mean, yeah, but god damn it, it made me get them confused.
Influential clans in RuneScape history was created specifically to combat this issue. They've even organized multiple real-life meetings across the country. That's how real this shit is, dude.
It's like a literal White Knight.
It's a literal White Knight expansion group inside of RuneScape to like defend honor and justice.
Wait! Today's video is sponsored by Fume, the leaders in flavored air. Breaking bad habits can be hard. Air with toxic chemicals. And on top of that, Fume is an award-winning to watching this video and back to the video.
This isn't the only anger-inducing part of the game. In RuneScape, there are many ways to screw over other players. So let's talk about some of the classics. We wanted to set up how people get frustrated, because now we're going to slowly dive into some of the ways that we're taking the meter and just kind of going. We're going with it, right? Sometimes we just start immediately with like a baby death and we have nowhere to go. So I'm ramping it up for you. RuneScape scams, guys. Which one is price manipulation, aka the RuneScape pump and dumps of the time. You think that these people doing big, like Bitcoin and crypto and pump and dumps work? I mean, this shit's been happening in RuneScape since the dawn of time, dude. People would artificially raise the price of an item in the Grand Exchange, which is the in-game trading system. That's the one I was telling you, it's a panic attack, whatever, just to sell them off and make a massive profit in game gold. Not even in real life gold, maybe sometimes, because you can trade stuff or there's transactional stuff where it's like, I'll buy gold off you. But this is just people being like, look at my digital gold. And you can also go to another scam was begging, because in RuneScape, beggars are simply low-level players that pester others for gold and items. Some are more experienced and will dress and act in ways that make people feel enough pity to willingly give them better items. I just want to say dress in game. And I don't know if psychologically they're just like, look at her, they feel bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. When this fails, beggars will follow high-level players.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Isn't it the same for WoW? Like, I thought WoW's marketplace was also pretty insane. Final Fantasy XIV ain't much better either. Wait, really? I know housing is expensive in Final Fantasy XIV, but like I came close one time. Wait, really? That is. Why do we gotta bring reality to our escapes? Why do we gotta bring reality to our escape? And I don't want to be thinking about the real estate industry when I'm playing fantasy. I mean, fair, yeah. Yeah, that is true. Yeah. Yeah. Man, why do we gotta make this shit depressing?
players and constantly harass them until they leave the world, or give them something just to end the confrontation.
I used to beg in WoW at the crossroads. Never worked.
I don't know, what would you beg for? Is it just gold? What would you get with the gold?
I needed gold to pay for my mount.
Can't you just do quests for gold?
Well, back in the day, it was, I don't know, maybe I just sucked, but it was hard to get gold.
I could see you being a person where it's very much just like, I don't want to have to do the quest. I just want to, can someone just give me gold so I can get my pony? Another scam was armor trimming.
It is annoying. And people do keep buying it. They could just back away. It's not reality. It's not like they have to have housing or armor or anything. But then they keep buying it and it feeds these fucking crypto bro type shits. And then they just keep selling more. Is that still a thing that happens to people? These, like, I know a lot of these scams are like really well known. How? These scams are like really well known. Oh yeah, Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike is a different game altogether. That is a cesspool. Oh. That is... That is awful. Why did they think that was a good idea? Why did they think that was a good idea? Sometimes Valve does amazing things, and then they do equally as dumb shit. Yeah, at least Steam is good. I will glaze Steam for days, because it's the only gaming platform where you can refund your games extremely easily. It's like, oh, I played a game for like an hour, and I didn't really like it. I could just refund it. You play CS:GO?
Experienced players are unaware that you can just trim any armor set you want to add decorations to it. Because of this, people will offer free armor trimming to low-level players and trick them into handing over valuable armor for this service. As soon as they receive it, they log out the game and you won't see that ever again. Shit happens. Or we can talk about the double money scam, a type of trust trade in which players claim that they will double your money by exploiting a supposed glitch. The new player gives them gold, only to soon be traded twice that amount. After the victim buys into the scam, he trades a ton more money, only for the...
Fair. I'm just not... Oh, sorry. I said fair. I couldn't get into... I'm not good enough to make sweats cry. Tis... Ugh. Oh. And they believe you? To be fair, there are plenty of people who enable cheats and still suck at the game. I don't know if I'm even able to play CS:GO and stuff, because I have a VAC ban. A VAC ban. Not even me. Someone got into my account and just played CS:GO and got me banned. Yeah, no, legit, someone got... Oh yeah, it's permanent. It's fun. It even says, like, in the ban itself, like, even if it wasn't you, you're not getting repealed. I'm just sitting there like, yeah. And the thing is, like, my Steam account had, like, all kinds of stuff attached to it. And they legit only got into it just to play CS:GO and get me banned. Which I guess is good. I didn't play it anyways. So it's like, I'm happy that's it. But yeah, I'm happy that's it. Like, I guess they were... Yeah, but TF2 isn't... TF2 isn't in a good spot anyways. It's not the same. Didn't it get infested with bots? Oh, did they clean up the bots? Holy shit. Holy shit. I guess that's good. I'm still probably not going to play TF2. I mean, I can't, even if I wanted to, but probably won't. You know?
For the scammer to log off. It's a classic bit.
I put in 811K, and I got his 4.3 mil, and he has no idea that he just got scammed. I mean, yay, and he's gonna say,
I believe that.
hey, again, can you double me again? Because this guy is an idiot.
Total, I'm telling you, these are sociopaths being made, and these are children doing it. Kids are smart, dude. They're devious, aren't they? Jesus Christ, I gotta bleep that. Or we could talk about free membership scams.
I'll watch
Experienced
that
players
next.
will trick people into thinking that if they give their login credentials, they'll buy them a free RuneScape paid membership. And as soon as they buy into this, they get their account stolen. Throughout RuneScape's long history, there have been infamous groups and events that have cemented itself in the gamer's lore. One of the most well-known examples is undoubtedly the Falador Massacre. Like this, dude. I like how we could talk about RuneScape in the same way that you could talk about American history, like medieval history or something. Like it's like the Boston Tea Party or the Boston Massacre, that kind of thing. This took place in June of 2006, and it all began after a player named Cursed You became the first person to level up his construction. Construction skill to level 99. To celebrate, people started flooding into a large home to congratulate him and party. From here, something strange and unheard of occurred. Because there were approximately 800 people in his home, the game started to lag aggressively. It got to the point where Cursed You had no choice but to kick everyone out of the house. Everyone was ejected and sent back into Falador, a city that is considered a safe zone where PvP is not possible. Somehow, due to a bug, players that were thrown out of the house could engage in PvP with any player in Falador. Oh my!
Oh, I forgot to mention this. This has a lolly setting. Let's see, let me. Behold. Behold how small it is. trying to convince a friend's calling this a lolly. I am not happy. I am being slandered right now, and I am not happy about it.
My God! This resulted in a massacre where players began abusing the bug to take out as many people as they could and steal their valuable loot. Because people thought they were safe for the celebration, many had incredibly valuable items equipped at the time. And at one point, a player had lost one of their party hats in the Carnage, an exclusive item from 2001 event that later became one of the most rare and most valuable items in the game. Some of these items are worth thousands of real life dollars, okay? Can you imagine it? He's like, that was my kid's tuition. Out the door! My retirement was a goddamn hat! In the end,
No,
the bug was
straight
fixed,
up
but there
called
was
me a
little that they
lolly
could do
fucker.
to return people's lost items. Rolling back the game would affect too many people that were not affected by the carnage. It's awesome. Literally reads like a piece of like, doesn't it?
Yeah, you got kicked out of a party
You-
and everyone got drunk and killed each other.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh my God, kick him out. People, the guy's house party
I
goes too
know,
crazy,
right?
kicks him out, and everyone goes into a town and just
Like,
murders
what-
everyone.
Okay,
I will say that
do you think this model is a lolly? Like, does this model look like a lolly? Exactly. Like, look. I got titties. I know, right? I'm like, this ain't even a lolly. This is a... Like, yeah, it's young looking, but I think that's just more anime syndrome than anything. Fucking calling me a lolly fucker. I'm upset now. How dare she? Like, I can become a lolly. I have multiple settings. I got this. I got this. Got this. I got multiple settings. Oh, there's also a setting to have me just be a floating head. But I don't feel like trying to get into that. But yeah, it's fucked up. It's fucked up, man. How could she do that to me? I'm just a happy little guy. Just a little guy.
people, I bet you anything, the guy, first guy with the level 99 construction skill, and the people that were like murdered in that, I bet you they still talk about it to this day. I bet you that is a deep wound. Seems stupid, you know what I mean? His car's wrecked and he like has perspective though. He's like, it's okay. I've been through worse. That kind of thing. And not all historic moments in RuneScape were as negative as the Falador massacre. In fact, some were insanely wholesome, like the Order of Cabbage. This is gay. Anytime I talk about positive stuff, I'm always just like, the Order of Cabbage, word. All right. The Order of Cabbage was a RuneScape cult that spawned from the mind of Black Bane, a user that decided to actively collect cabbages, an incredibly low value item. From 2003 to 2004, he had picked 100,000 cabbages and started noticing people joining in out of pure curiosity. Eventually, he created the Order of Cabbage, recruiting around 20 people and dressing up in identical robes as they continued picking in groups. Over time, as the cult became more publicly known, hundreds of people had joined them. Together, they would create organized cabbage picking patterns to clear fields as efficient as possible. The little diagram.
Yeah, I've... To be fair, Ted Cruz isn't exactly a good person either. It's... Politics is crazy, man. That's just crazy. God damn, man. Why you gotta bring politics out of nowhere? You're like that. You're like the uncle on Thanksgiving. I don't remember Pennsylvania being that bad. Really? Because we had, like, gay people in school. I don't remember any trans people, but there was definitely gay people. Oh. God damn. My balls itch. Well, isn't that lovely?
I'm so stupid. Not only that, but they even started an annual event called Help a Noob Day, in which members would give free armor to new players and help them around the game. Entire fan sites were created, as well as pieces of lore written out to explain the backstory of the cult, which became essentially their Bible. Now, 37, Backbane looks back on this time in his life and gives some takeaways from the whole experience, saying, quote,
Don't try to change the world. Start with making one small change in your life and commit to doing it every day.
I think he said that on his deathbed.
Did he die? Jesus Christ. It's almost like an Abe Lincoln quote or some shit. It's like after he got shot in the back of the head. That's, it is very wholesome. Does that, you know what it kind of does, though? Which is, this is up. I want to say this is a good thing. All that. I just want to say, too, I feel like if people heard that and they were like, we're trying to get in the game, they'd be like, help a noob day? What the f, dude? You know what I mean? Things survive when it's hell. That's how games survive. That's how people get hooked in. For the lols. I don't know.
I wish they massacred the Cabbage Cult.
Yeah, now see, if the Falador Massacre had the Cabbage Cult inside, that would have been, even more tragic because it's such a wholesome thing.
Like peaceful monks being slaughtered.
Yeah, monks slaughtered at a monastery. No!
Methinks you have some deep-seated issues. Also, man, I paused at an amazing moment. Oh yeah, I know. See, CS2. Yeah, CS2 and CS:GO is fucking. They're toxic cesspools. Why are you surprised? I'd be meeting my shit. Yeah, fair. Fair. Let's see what's going on. Oh, hey, I had 2 congruent viewers. Yippee! Oh shit, you can see this. Fuck. Oh hey, I got 3 views. I got 3 views, man. You don't know exactly where I live. At least I don't think. Do you? The fuck are you going on about? Are you thinking the Muffin Man right now? I feel like you are calling me fat right now. But I can't prove it. Are you calling me a muffin? Them's fighting words. Hey, should I play Honey Select 2 Libido DX? You heard me. You heard me. Well, I'd probably get banned off YouTube if I did, so no. I don't think that's how that works. I ain't gonna lie, Chief. They very much can keep the Gooning Man down. Sure. Sure. Anywho, I'ma sign off. Well, I'm probably gonna do this. Maybe not tomorrow, but no, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I might do this tomorrow. We'll see.